Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I am joined by the lovely panel right here today. This beautiful panel of awesomeness, like just pure awesomeness from my left to my, down, the bottom, right, all that shit. From Trey to R to Alex, they're all here. What is going on, fellas? Let me start with Trey.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just chilling, hanging out. Labor Day weekend, man. Getting the extra day off, so I'm good.
Nice, nice. Alex, how you doing, brother? Suffering from that 30-point loss yesterday. I saw with these four eyes of
Uh,
mine. How you doing, brother?
recovering. Had a little practice today, and enjoying some corn. I had a corn in the cup earlier after practice. Uh, had to tell my whole family we lost yesterday pretty bad, so
That's okay.
we'll be all right. We're back to the drawing boards on that.
Get that W next week, baby. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Shake it off. Art, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good, man. I'm freaking like full right now. I just had a family dinner right now. A bunch of family came in, and hey, I made it to the podcast though. Even though it was pre-recorded though, I didn't make the time though.
That's right, guys. So if you're catching this right now, while it says live, we actually did this a few days before. It's a busy week. Lots of birthdays this week, including Art's upcoming right now is as in when this is gonna be up live, and then fucking family everywhere. Whether it's like the 10 people I know that were born today on September 5th or yesterday, Poppy's Playmakers, shit like that. Just we gotta focus up. We gotta focus up now. Tonight, we're getting ready for the NFL season. 2022 is coming up, guys. We're here. We're ready. The Rams are the champions. The Bucks the year before. The Chiefs before that. Oh, but now it's a game changer. A lot of playmakers have changed teams. Tyreek Hill now is a Dolphin, no longer a Chief. AJ Brown no longer a Titan. He's an Eagle. Ooh, Amari Cooper getting traded for fifth round picks. Now a Brown with Deshaun Watson, cochino ass. So now we're gonna predict. We're gonna make some predictions. Overall, how are you feeling about this Thursday night's game, Trey?
I'm excited, man. Two big contenders, both offensively and defensively. I'm really curious to see about Stafford's arm, like they were saying about his shoulder and everything, but they said he's good to go. Uh, I'm just excited, man. Football is officially back.
It is. It is. All right, guys. So without further ado, there's gonna be a long one. I have a lot of predictions right now. I want to predict division winners. Who is going to go right? What we're predicting is going to go on to win their divisions respectively. Who's going to go on to the playoffs and represent their division. So let's start with the NFC East. That's Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Commanders. Art, I'll start with you. Who do you have to win the NFC East?
That's gonna be the Eagles, man. That's the Eagles division this time. I think they're gonna take it away from the Cowboys. They're gonna take it from the Giants and yet again the Commanders, though. But I think this is the Eagles. This is the Eagles' year.
All right, all right. Alex, what do you got? What about you? I'm writing all this down, by the way.
So I think that division is the only division that hasn't have consecutive division winners, and I
Correct.
think the past like couple a couple years
13
already.
years. 13.
Yeah, so it's gonna stay the same and I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
All right,
They
Phillies.
the Phillies they added a bunch of weapons. Nobody else really in that division has done much. Cowboys has lost a lot of players, but
Key
oh, the
components. Yep.
Eagles. I think Eagles might take that division pretty easily though. Probably.
I think they're
Easily.
projected top 5, man. Top 5
Yeah.
offensive line. So that's fucking crazy, though.
And they just got one of the best cornerbacks from the Saints just recently last week, so that's gonna be
Yep.
huge. Trey, who do you got winning the NFC East?
I'm actually still sticking with the Cowboys, and you know me, I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Ooh.
I think they'll pull a rabbit out the hat, man. They normally always do somehow.
Somehow, some way, they will never let you down.
Oh, they let them down, but they're still in their division.
Right. All right, and
It's their year.
and I'll be with the majority. I also believe the Eagles will come out on top here. They're just looking good, man. There is no excuse for Jalen Hurts to have a bad season with this squad. I mean, they took care of the defensive side. They've taken care of the offense. They've given you a strong weapon in AJ Brown, and with Devontae Smith, that's going to be huge. So maybe now they'll use Miles Sanders. I don't know. Philly's kind of like questionable on the running back side.
Hey, you
All
said
right.
the thing. Miles Sanders told everybody not to draft him. So like in fantasies, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, we'll go in reverse now. We're gonna go with AFC East. I will definitely right now just say Buffalo. I think that's not gonna be questionable for all of us, but I'll see what y'all say. Trey.
Nah, I'm going Buffalo. I don't.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. Maybe the Dolphins give them a little comp, but I don't see them winning the division. They ain't no way.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. It's just tough to see right now, especially with the addition of Von Miller. I mean, that's just a huge pickup for them. And they'll be getting Tre'Davious White back. I know he tore his ACL last year,
And
so
there's rumors that OBJ might go there to chase a ring again. So
we'll see. Alex, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Bills also, but I don't think it's gonna be a layup. I think the Dolphins will give them a little bit of their money's worth. They'll
You
be
think
there.
so?
I think so. I mean,
It's a first-year head coach, to be fair.
yeah, but I think the Bills are not as strong as they were last year in their secondary. You said it earlier. That guy's Tre'Davious White won't be there. I know for at least for the first couple weeks, he's still recovering. So they're going to have a little bit of trouble in the secondary. But I think that's for everybody though, because it is week 1, and usually the secondaries are usually the ones that struggle the most in the NFL when the season starts.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with you next. I want to also ask you. They only went 11-6 last year. They didn't exactly blow out the competition. I think they only beat like maybe 2 or 3 teams above 500. How are you feeling about the Bills? And are they also your prediction to win the division?
So I think they're going to win the division. It's kind of hard not to say that they won't, just because of what they've been able to prove in the past season, though. However,
Right.
They did lose whenever it comes that's the thing. Whenever it comes to like proving it, they kind of choke. But we've seen that with a lot of other teams where like, hey, they're great and everything, and they end up choking at the end. We saw that with the Packers last year. So I'm gonna go Bills. I do think the Dolphins are gonna give them a run for their money, man. But I think and I know that it's just rumors, but they're saying that Belichick may or may not. This might be his last year, but if this is his last year, I think the Patriots may make a run for it. So I think that's going to be a little wild prediction there. I think the Patriots may be able to take it if they put their chips in the right place, though. But I see it really, really hard for the Bills not to take it.
They're going to need a lot of luck for that to happen, to be quite honest. As a Patriots fan, they're going to need a lot of luck for that. All right, let's shift gears and we'll move on to the NFC North. That involves Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings. So I am going to start with Alex. Alex, what do you got right now as far as winning the NFC North? Does Rodgers retain? Does he still own that division?
Yes, he does. So, but I know they're lacking a little. I know throughout training camp, Aaron Rodgers has been pretty critical about his wide receivers, calling them out. But I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers, man. So, they're gonna, he'll handle his business there. A lot of people are saying too the Vikings, but I don't. Honestly, I really don't think the Vikings are going to be that good this year.
Not that
a lot
good.
Of teams,
they changed their head coach.
The one surprising team that's gonna surprise a lot of people, I think, is gonna be Detroit. A lot of people don't expect a lot from them. They're gonna be a good team this year.
I think so too.
I think they're moving up to be a 6 or 7 win team, but I don't know about that playoff or division spot. But hey, I'm hoping good things for them. I mean, that's a good group right there. If you've been watching Hard Knocks, you understand why. Trey, let me go with you next. Who do you got for the NFC North?
I'm actually going to go Vikings. I think they have a solid squad. Overall, I think they could put up enough numbers to beat out Green Bay. Green Bay lost a lot of talent. Yeah, they're still definitely a good team. I don't see them pushing to be leader in their division now. But I do agree with Detroit making a decent push this year compared to last year for sure. So.
For sure. Art, what do you got for the NFC North?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings too. I like what they did with their coaching staff, though. Like the fact that they were going really, really safe the past seasons. Now they're going more with a more passing heavy offense. So I think they're gonna I think they're gonna utilize the receivers a little bit more, but I think Dalvin Cook he's gonna be freaking huge this year. I think they're gonna lay a lot of them. I know he has that shoulder injury, but no, I do agree with y'all. Like I think the Lions is one of them that we're not expecting. And last year they did go into shootouts with a couple of teams, and they just lost last
They lost
minute
by 3 or 4 points at the very end.
so, yeah, they were a bad losing team last season, but I think they may prove some people out. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, the Bears, blah, blah, blah. I think the Bears also have something to prove. So I don't think this is going to be a division that has too many losses. I think it's going to be pretty even on that. But I still give it to the Vikings. I think the Packers are going to end last in the division, though.
Ooh, last.
I'm actually doing that hot take. I'm going to do the hot take on that. I think the Packers regress a lot, man. I think that they end up last in their season, though.
Big
prediction.
Yeah.
I think this division has been the most open division it has been in a lot of in the fight quite a few years, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. They're in that division for a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna say right now, I don't agree that's gonna be last. I think Chicago will be last. No offense. That's more because I guess we talking that's rebuilding.
Like, who knows?
But you gotta remember too, like, it's not like Matt LaFleur is a bad coach, and he'll utilize Jones and Dillon very well with that strong O-line for them. So I'm also gonna go Minnesota. I do think Minnesota has changed a lot, and I think the primal focus for Thielen and Jefferson as a strong duo is going to be huge for them. A lot of questions still probably on their defensive side, which may question how far they go. But I trust that, Jefferson's probably going to go for another 1,500-yard season,
Well, and didn't they just get Rager too?
Yeah, they did. I don't know how much that means, really. That's
he's speedy. If you got JJ going down the side, Thielen cutting across the middle.
You're gonna have him, Thielen, Jefferson, and KJ wasn't bad either. KJ Osborne,
bro, who knows?
Irvin Smith, they have a good speed in there. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
he could be that third puzzle to be set. Make some receivers. Who knows?
I just think Kirk Cousins just brings them back down.
Crazy, bro.
I don't know. He just can't win in prime time.
Well,
top 10 upside. Come on.
Guys, if Baltimore can sign Lamar Jackson to that extension, then he can stay in purple colors in Minnesota.
Bring them to the Minnesota.
Yeah, we'll see. But speaking of Ravens, let's predict the AFC North. Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. I'll go first. I'm going to go with Cincy. I think Cincinnati is still looking strong. They're looking for their revenge for losing that, last matchup in the Super Bowl. I think they won it. They got better in the O-line. I think they're going to fix a lot of pieces on the defensive side too, even though they still have Eli Apple. I like Cincy to win the AFC North. Art, I'll go with you next.
Man, this one's going to be
a barn burner.
Easy.
I mean,
for Trey.
I mean, I would like to say do a freaking kind of like what I just did with that division with the Packers and the Bears, man, and Vikings and Lions, though. But I think the Bengals take it. I know there are a lot of people saying there's going to be a lot of regression on the Bengals. A lot of teams don't make it back to the Super Bowl, but I think that's just BS, man. I think Joe Shiesty, man, he wants it back. Tough. He wants it, so it could happen, but I think the Bengals take this one. They got T. Higgins healthy now. They have Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase back there. Their O-line got better. Yeah, no, I'm just going Bengals on that one.
Alex, I'll go with you next.
All right, so I've been pretty riding the Lamar Jackson bandwagon all off season.
It's tough. It's tough.
So I'm gonna keep it that way.
Ooh,
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. And a lot of people like Cincinnati to win that division, but honestly don't think Cincinnati has a lot of stuff going on. But I also like Pittsburgh. A lot of people are not looking at the weapons they have this year.
They
have a lot of good weapons. So Steelers has always been they're always good every year on their defense. Their weapons
not always, really to be fair, not always. They're not always the steel curtain. Right now they are. Yeah.
They like to pull a lot of penalties though.
No, that's the Cowboys.
I don't know. So I for people to say that Cincinnati is going to take that easily, I don't think so. I think Lamar
I don't think it's
Jackson.
easily. To be fair,
I think Lamar Jackson will do his work this year, and they're getting a lot of key players back. So a lot of running backs they'll be getting back. So I think they'll take the division.
JK's been hobbling. That's my only concern. JK's
Edwards is
hobbling
out
a little
too.
bit. And
They got Drake.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake is now on there, so we'll see. That makes a X factor for them. I don't know, but I know Trey is gonna go with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, right? He's got 100% on them since he drafted him in fantasy football. He's not his 21st prediction no more.
I got to log off, sir. No, hey, picking him was a fantasy football move. If I would have been stupid, I would have passed on him. But in the sense of reality, no, I'm going Bengals. I think Joey Ice, with an upgraded offensive line, the way he killed it last year without an offensive line, the numbers are killer. And I kind of low key agree with Alex. I think Pittsburgh might be an interesting one.
All right, so let me ask you this. This is a side question for y'all. Trey, I'll start with you. Does Pittsburgh stay over 500, keep that record from Mike Tomlin, and they go under 500?
Ooh. I think they can. Oh man, that's so tough. I think they can
9-8 minimum.
Yeah, I think they can hit over 500.
Alex,
Yes, I think so.
Art,
Oh man, they got Trubisky and Pickens.
I think Pickles will be started by probably week 6, week 7.
Pickett's is third. He's third string right now behind
Yep. Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
nobody's gonna start.
Nah, honestly, man, I think they're able to keep that over the 500 one.
I think Trubisky will be fine.
No, I think Trubisky's better than Rudolph, dude. Like,
Oh yeah.
but
yeah, for sure.
like,
Everyone is.
and for Pickett to start, like, I think he's gonna have to 5 games in, and that's if Trubisky is like really, really bad. But I don't think he's gonna be really bad. I think
They're gonna
going to the Bills helped
like
him.
they did Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, no, I think what happened to whatever he went to the Bills, it helped him out. So no, that's interesting. Though I do think they keep it.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they go 8-9. I think Mike Tomlin loses that record, unfortunately. All right, so with that, we got the North and the East. Let's go South. Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. Art, I'll start with you. What is your prediction there?
So just to throw some fire in there, I think the Saints take this division.
Oh, right off the bat. Yeah, explain why, sir.
So I'm not saying the quarterback. I'm saying the players they have in there. I think they have something to prove after the shit show that they had last year of going back and forth between quarterbacks, injured players not playing. I think the Saints surprise people. I think Kamara is going to be a good league running back. If he doesn't get suspended, but either way, like I think he's going to be good. Him and Ingram, I think they're going to be a good pair, a good duo. And then yet again, man, you have Landry, you have Thomas, and you have Olaf. So I think that's a great freaking wide receiver core right there, though. The only reason I'm not saying the Bucks,
still top defense, still top 10 defense.
Yep. The only reason I'm not saying the Bucks is because of the injuries that they have at their offensive line. So I know that Tom Brady likes to take his time. Yet again, he releases that ball super quick, man. So it's not a team to sleep on, but I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on him, and he may buckle under that pressure.
No.
That's the only reason why. I'm saying the offensive line. I think
Understandable.
that's going to do it.
It's very understandable. Trey, let me go with you.
I'm gonna go even more of a dark horse. I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers.
Oh shit!
Why?
Put it like this: they have a decent team, and Baker has something to prove.
He has to prove it, or he's out.
Exactly. So, with the team that he has, if they can stay healthy, I think that they can make a push. I really do.
Division winners.
Could be.
Wow.
That could be a very, very bold, stupid prediction. But again, Baker has
Not stupid. I'm just like, wow. Bold is right.
to prove something, and this team can do it. Look at all the assets they have around them, dude. Now, everybody shits on like Robbie Henderson. I think Robbie can actually do good with a good quarterback.
Yep.
He had Cam Newton 1 point, whatever you want to fucking call him, 2.0. the shitty Cam Newton. He had what's his face right before Cam. Like, come on, dude. He didn't have a quarterback. Baker is
You mean Island Bro Cam?
grandma Cam,
Oh my god.
church grandma.
Alex, do you have it? Do you have a bold prediction yourself?
I don't have a. I think. Listen, I think the Bucks are gonna win the division, but I think it's gonna be like a last couple weeks push because the Saints are gonna get their money's worth. I mean, the Bucks are gonna get their money's worth with the Saints. I really do think that. And if the Saints win a division, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like Art said
so
earlier,
for memory out there, the Saints did win the division that first year Brady was in the NFC. Go on, continue.
So they do have a lot of people. With Thomas coming back, Kamara didn't have he had an all right year last year, but like how he said, the shit show from last year with the quarterbacks. I do think Jameis Winston, if Jameis Winston can have one of those years where he throws over, 4,000 yards and over 30 touchdowns, he's cut the interceptions in half.
I was gonna say to 25.
Yeah. So like he'll be he'll be the Saints will be pretty good. I think they won't surprise everybody, or they won't surprise me if they win a division.
But your official pick is the Bucks.
Yeah, I'll pick the Bucks.
Okay. I'm still gonna pick the Bucks. I obviously have more confidence in Tom Brady, continuing what he does. He's had shitty O-lines before. 2017 Pats, comes to mind when they still made it to the Super Bowl. He still threw out 500 yards, but he got that O-line was trash. But y'all make very good arguments though with the Saints. I do like that one. The Carolina one is probably got me blindsided.
At least we know someone's gonna like that.
Trey hit me with a blindside block with that one, honestly. But my official pick will be the Bucks. It's just tough. You still got Mike Evans, Godwin's back. You got Russell Gage and Julio Jones. Still tough. The O-line thing. I mean, he still has one of the quickest releases out there, so we'll see. So now let's go with the AFC South: Colts, Texans, Titans, Jaguars. Alex, I'll start with you.
I think the couple of years past, I've been picking the Titans. I think the Titans are now just been like they're gonna just be I feel like they're gonna be a mediocre team. The Colts are gonna take this division this year, and then I think the Jags could push those other teams in this division. I really do think so. So I'm gonna take the Colts on this one.
Art.
So I agree with you, man, on the Titans, though. I don't agree with you on the Jags. I still think they have a good ways to go, though. I don't think paying for a bunch of receivers and not upgrading their O-line.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna
spend a lot of money on that.
And yet again, it's the same argument that people have been having with Justin Fields, man. Like, if you're not gonna protect your quarterback, then what are you doing? Like, what's the point of giving him weapons if he's not gonna be protected? Right. So I think I'm gonna go with the Colts, man. I'm not bashing on the talent from the QB, man. It's just without an O-line, man, you're not protecting your QB. He's not going to be able to make plays. Even though I like Kirk in the position that he's going to do with the slot, that's where he's
so why the Colts? So why the Colts for you?
So I think the Colts, even though they lost, because the one for the Bears, he was the defensive coordinator, right, for the Colts last year?
Yeah, it's now the coach for the Bears.
So I think the Colts have a really good defense. They've had a really, really great defense the past couple of years. So I think their defense do it. And now with Matt Ryan, man, I think they're going to throw that ball. Last year it was a lot of like, let me make a short pass. Let me do this. I think Michael Pittman's going to go off. A sleeper man's going to be Alec Pierce, man. I think that kid, that rookie, shit, man, he's going to be badass. I think they have more weapons to go out. They're going to utilize Taylor and Naeem Hines, man. I think that's going to be a good team, though, to watch.
Okay, Trey?
I'm going to go the Houston Tech. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go Colts as well. I feel same concept as the whole Baker thing that I mentioned earlier. I think Matt Ryan has to prove something, and I think he has a lot of talent around him Not saying he hasn't in the past, but dude, there's some fucking star ass players, receivers and running backs there. So I do agree with Tennessee being a little bit more mediocre than normal. But I also agree with Alex. I think the Jags actually can do some massive damage this year. I really.
Let me say this. I'm not going to make it unanimous. I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans. Here's why. Mike Vrabel's been a fantastic head coach for the Titans. I think he's done a fantastic hell of a job. You still have Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you don't believe he's 110%, if he's only 90% Derrick Henry from last year, that's a lot of Derrick Henry still to go. That defense was able to maintain the number 1 seed throughout the AFC, even after Derrick Henry's injury. That is going to be a solid team, even with Bobby Woods, Robert Woods being the number 1 receiver. Traylon Burke, I don't know yet. He's, 50 out there, but I trust that Mike Vrabel will get the job done with Woods, with the defense, and with Derrick Henry. So I'm going to go
with them, though, is their receiver core is definitely downgraded.
For sure. I don't even know if I'll say like by much, because I don't know if Robert Woods is really that behind AJ Brown.
Not even that, dude. I think the point was AJ Brown was hurt last season, though. Most of the season,
hurt a lot of seasons.
So
hurt a lot of seasons.
I think Woods is able to do that.
I honestly don't understand the hype. Don't get me wrong; he's a great player, but I still don't understand the hype around him going to Philly. Like, dude, the dude was still hurt half of his career almost. It seems like.
That's what I'm saying. If you get a healthy Robert Woods, I think they keep that Tennessee Titans afloat. Do
you think it changes with and when they decide to start Malik Willis?
I mean, they'd have to go like 0-6.
I don't think they'd start him yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have it yet. And you're asking Mike Vrabel to try to beat John Harbaugh and change your entire offense mid-season that way. When you have Derrick Henry, that you don't really need Lamar 2.0
too. So,
what are you saying, Trey? You cut out.
I'm sorry. Tannehill is pretty solid himself. I don't see Malik starting right away at all either. So.
I like him for the longer, man. For the future,
for sure.
Damn, dude, he's good.
4 years, but I don't see him being a right now guy.
Right, I agree. It will take a Tannehill getting hurt or something like that, or like really negative, like 0-8 start from them for me to believe that. Let's go with the West now. NFC West: Niners, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. Trey, I'll start with you.
I'm probably going to stick with the Rams just because they didn't really lose too much. But I do feel the 49ers and the Cardinals definitely have potential to push them.
What? Not Geno Smith and the Seahawks?
Yeah, probably. But no, I'm really curious because that trio is going to be very interesting to watch throughout the season. Because I think they're going to split the divisions with each other, and then I think they'll kind of keep pushing each other back and forth in the sense of the division. So I'm going Rams, but I'm thinking there could be a sleeper involved with one of the other two.
All right, Alex.
So last year I picked the Rams, and it's not going to stick the same. So I'm going to pick the Cardinals.
I'll
pick the Cardinals.
Yeah, that though. See, like,
okay.
Now, I know.
Why?
I know Hopkins is suspended, but I just think that this has to be the year where Murray just elevates himself from the other elite quarterbacks. He needs to have one of those, seasons where he makes a late playoff push.
Yep.
And I think this could be the year.
But does he though? Because he already got his contract. Does he though? He already got his contract, and he was bitching about not having to study.
He has to, because I know he doesn't. I know he says that he doesn't listen to a lot of people saying stuff about him, but he hears the whispers about him not being an elite quarterback because he's too small. He can't win the big games. But I think the 49ers, they messed up by going with Trey Lance instead of sticking with Jimmy Garoppolo. The Rams, the Rams defense, I feel like they're gonna go down a notch. And then of course the Seahawks. The Seahawks are just probably the worst team in the NFL right now.
The Rams picked up Bobby Wagner, and you said they're going to go down.
Yeah, but yes.
I mean,
Bobby Wagner is not the player he was in those Seahawks years. Whenever
he might be in the LA Sun.
I don't know.
Trey, what are you saying?
I said they didn't really lose anybody on the defense. Like
Von Miller.
Von.
And
Okay,
Don't
get me wrong.
Von Miller at his age was still pressuring the quarterback.
I agree.
I
You still have two best defenders in the league. Like
Aaron Donald. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Donald is the best probably defensive lineman, but with having Von Miller on the opposite side did help him a lot.
I mean, to be fair, they were still looking good even before the Von Miller trade. So I mean, it's kind of tough. Art, what's your prediction for the NFC West?
So I think it's gonna stay Rams. I think the Rams make another comeback to it. I think they didn't lose anyone; they actually gained. And by gaining, I mean, man, they have Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp now on the same fucking team. Allen Robinson is gonna be better than Robert Woods last year. It's gonna open the whole fucking field over, man. I think the Cardinals give him a play for the money, and I do agree with Alex, man. Like I think so. The same thing with Trey saying, like I don't understand the hype between AJ Brown going to Philly and all that. Like with this guy, I don't understand what's the hype with Trey Lance, man. Like I don't think he's ready yet. I think he does a lot of like speed up throws, man. I don't think he really like makes all his reads yet, and he just goes for the one that's open or he takes off. And yet again, like for fantasy, man, like, and he's a great runner, he's gonna get those yards and everything. But I think NFL wise, I don't think he's ready. And I think, like I said last time, at the 49ers signing Jimmy back as the highest paid backup is that safety blanket that the 49ers are not ready to say, let's part ways, and we're investing our whole freaking time on Trey Lance, man. I think that's the thing.
Hold on, did you guys see Trey Lance play during the preseason?
I did not watch, I'll be honest.
I didn't get to watch much of it, no.
He played terrible. And
no, he did.
And he played against he played terrible against some of the guys that probably won't even make the NFL roster. And he is having trouble with his reads. He's not making it
too early. 100%. I don't think he's ready at all. It's not to say that I don't think he'll do nothing, but
he's gonna be good.
He's still too young. It's kind of like the Zach Wilson thing. Like they let him out too early and he didn't really do much. I think it's too early for him.
But here's the thing. I think even Zach Wilson had a better read on his reads during the game than what Trey Lance did on that game this past game. Like, I'm not saying they're the same caliber. I'm saying, like, I think he read the team a little bit better than what Trey Lance has been able to do.
If you look at Zach Wilson last year, he couldn't fucking read a book.
No, I'm saying this year.
I mean, but you're talking about like,
book. Huh? The Book of Mormon.
No, but like I know a lot of people are giving a lot of shit like to all these rookie quarterbacks from last year though. Like I think Tripler, like they were Fields and
they're garbage.
Like Trevor Lawrence, man. I think they're in the better situation to succeed this year, and I think they actually study their shit. I think Trey Lance was just like, whatever, Jimmy's gonna leave. I'm just gonna take the head spot. So it's just that game. That
you think he has that kind of personality? He just don't give a fuck. Like he'll just do like whatever, or
not that he doesn't have the I don't give a fuck kind of thing, but it's kind of like a kind of thing. I'm like,
because that's how I feel about Kyler, and I that's how I feel about Kyler.
Well, that's the same thing. Like I just feel like, I'm an NFL. Like I think I'm good. I'm surrounded by weapons. I'll be fine. I don't think.
So I guess the reason I'm being like little argument because I am picking the Niners. I'm gonna say that run game and that defense is gonna carry them for the most part.
Straight Niner, okay.
I'm gonna pick the Niners to win the division. I just edging out the Rams. I don't even know if I have the Cardinals going to the wild card. I'll be honest with you, but we'll discuss that in just a little bit. I think that run game is still Coach Shanahan's like go-to. It was with Jimmy G. That defense is still a top defense with Nick Bosa. Fred Warner's there. Fucking corners are scary as hell. That is still going to be a tough team. And whether Trey Lance balls out, like he becomes the second coming of Peyton Manning, probably not. But they can hide a lot of his deficiencies, a lot of his mistakes, his rookie mistakes. They could hide that. That team is going to be well coached. That's a better roster than a Zach Wilson. The Jets were atrocious last year. Zach Wilson did not help that at all. And I think the Niners are going to be able to pull it off. In fact, they almost pulled it off even just last year, winning the division and even almost upsetting everybody. So they upset the Cowboys, they upset the Packers. That close to beating the Rams.
With Jimmy G, though.
Right. But again, it's not like the difference between Jimmy G and Trey Lance is not that far apart. The only difference is that Jimmy G has the experience. He has more years on him.
And Trey has the athleticism, so maybe that benefits him more.
Right. So we'll see. I think Coach Shanahan will keep that. Everything of course also preludes to like injuries, right? As long as injuries don't become too much of a factor, that's what we're predicting on here. I think that defense, that run game, is going to be solid. And remember, up until that conference championship game last year, the Rams always struggle with the Niners. They have a losing record against the Niners, under Coach Shanahan versus Sean McVay. So that's how I see it. Now let's go AFC West. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying. So if Trey Lance were to struggle at the beginning of the year, or just start struggling in general, do you go to if you're Kyle Shanahan, do you go to your Jimmy? I think he'll get a lot of backlash, honestly, if you go to Jimmy G.
I don't think he will. I think his pride will not let him go back to Jimmy G.
Really?
I think they'll keep him on the roster until he's hurt. I think his pride, unless GM John Lynch makes them do it.
I think they will. I think they will. If they're struggling within the first, I'd say 6 to 7 weeks, they'll go back to him. I really do.
So what's the record you think that
this Friday ain't winning championships, bro? And if Jimmy's already almost done it once, Jimmy can do it again.
So let me ask you this: what's the record that there has to be for them to bench Trey Lance?
Like I said, I'd say a 1-5, 1-6, maybe even 2 wins within the first 7 games.
If they lose 4 of the first 5 games, dude. If they lose 4 or 3 of the first 5 games, I think they'll make the switch.
But it also depends. Are they like wins that Trey Lance could have prevented? Losses he could have prevented, or is it like something?
Is it going to take the record or bad play? Is it going to take record or bad play?
I think it's going to be a combination of both. That's what I'm saying. Like, because you can have a 1-6 record and that quarterback is balling out, but the defense can't stop anybody.
So let me ask you and Alex, because I think I asked this with our last week. Let's go with the first 6 games for the Niners. Niners at Bears. Alex and Trey, tell me who wins.
Niners at Bears, W.
Yeah.
Niners.
I don't know. I think like I said, I don't think Trey Lance is gonna start hot, and for that, I give them a loss in that game.
So the Bears have a really good secondary, and a lot of people are sleeping on it.
They do.
That's the thing. Like
they really do.
They did lose a bunch of people though, but
But they got Gordon and they got Brisker.
But again, hiding his weaknesses. I know you'll be there, Art. I know you will be there this Sunday. FaceTime me. Run game, defense for the Niners is going to be their major key. So knowing that, I want you to go with those predictions. So Alex, you're sticking with Bears?
Yes.
Okay. Seahawks at Niners, week 2. Trey and Alex.
Niners.
Okay. Niners at Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay. Broncos. So that's 2-1 on one side, 1-2 on the other. Rams at Niners.
Rams.
And then Niners at Panthers.
Panthers.
I really think Panthers. I really do think.
I think the 49ers can win it, but I'd go Panthers personally.
God,
is it in Carolina? It is.
Yes, it's in Carolina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Panthers.
So that's the thing. Like, I feel like if they're close games and he loses them, like, oh shit, like kind of like what Detroit did last year, I don't think they'll switch him out.
Well, that's what
he's got to play bad.
That's what I'm getting at.
But if he plays bad and he loses them, like that's
what I'm getting at. So I could say they're 1-6, but did Trey Lance ball out and the defense just shit the bed? Okay,
I think
Trey the shot.
Kyle Shanahan has to ride this fucking ship.
He might have
to.
And that's why I'm thinking
he has to ride the ship.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get a lot of backlash from the fans. He has to.
He might have to. But my biggest thing too is I don't think his pride is enough to say, okay, look, let's keep losing these games. Fuck it. Because if they put Jimmy G in,
He might lose the locker room if he does keep him.
Exactly. Jimmy G is going to have to play good in order to get a good contract from somebody else. Think about it that way. So it's either eat your pride and put in a quarterback that's going to ball out because he has to, or ride the train and just suck.
And let's remember, Jimmy G does not have a trade clause, and he has a no tag clause as well. So he's free after this year.
Exactly. That's right. So I think if they're getting to that point, they're gonna say, okay, Jimmy, it's yours.
All right, let's go AFC West. That is Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers. Arguably the toughest division in the league today. Trey's very invested in this one, so I'm going to start with you, Trey.
It always has been the best league in the NFL, sir.
That's not true. It's the NFC West that was dominant before.
Okay, not always, but for the past 14 years, it's been top tier. Let's be realistic here.
Okay, go pick your pick. Make your pick.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna go Chargers.
Okay.
I don't think KC. Don't get me wrong. I think they're still gonna be a great team. To be completely serious, I even put Denver at either the 3 or 4 spot in that division, which is shitty to say, but I do.
Yeah, I'll put KC last.
I know that's what I think. KC will. Man, it depends, dude. I was watching some of their stuff this preseason, and I was like, okay, it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world, but I do think they lost some people.
Right.
But I think Chargers will take this division this year.
Known hater of the Chiefs, Art. Can you go ahead with your pick?
I'm actually gonna go, dude. Everywhere that I've been reading, though, I honestly, I had the Chargers taking it. Honestly,
but
everything that I've been reading and the videos from training and from the preseason, man, I'm gonna go Broncos, dude. I'm sticking to the prediction that I had of that little fiery little feisty one saying the duos as in ending up top 5, number 1 actually.
Two. Are you gonna make them number 1 now?
Well, no, on the top 5. I didn't make him top 1. I made him 2.
You made him top 2. Yeah.
But I do think the Broncos take it, dude. I think, and Trey talked me into it and everything, but Javonte, dude, and Melvin, that's gonna be a fucking spicy. And even if it's not Melvin, dude, just Javonte, dude, Javonte Williams, because that's gonna be a great one. And then you're gonna have those 2 receivers there. You have KJ Hamler also in there. You have the tight end. So it's gonna be a tight division, though. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Broncos take it, and I do think they win that one. I agree with you on the Chiefs. I just don't think that losing Tyreek Hill is gonna break their team and everything. I think Sky Moore is gonna be that sleeper in that team, but I think it's gonna take a while for them to figure that out without Tyreek Hill.
And Juju gets that upgrade in quarterback.
He does. That's what I think. Juju might be a sleeper this year.
Alex, your pick for the AFC West.
Well, he might start dancing with freaking Mahomes, brother.
So I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think the Broncos will give. I think it's gonna be the Chargers, the Broncos, and I think the Chargers will beat them by 1 game. That's how close I think it is gonna be. Then the Raiders, and I do have KC finishing last, but I feel like KC and Miami are gonna be fighting for that last playoff spot, and one might go home with 10 wins.
Okay. So I said this originally. I said Raiders to win it. I'm still going to stick with that one. I'm going to give the Raiders a nod to win the division. I think the addition of Devontae is huge. He's the number 1 receiver, in my opinion, in the league. That's still a strong defense. That Josh McDaniels is able, if he's able to keep his composure, not like the days when he coached for Denver, but like how he did as an OC for the Patriots. That's going to be the strongest, probably one of the most dangerous offenses in the league, with Waller, with Renfro, with Adams, with Josh Jacobs being the focal point running back with really no competition there. I think that's going to be tough. So I'm going to give the Raiders, giving the nod, just over the Chiefs. I think the Chargers still have a lot to prove on the defensive side because, even though they got J.C. Jackson, they got Khalil Mack. How well is their coach, Coach Staley, going to actually do for them? He kind of cost them some games and had some questionable, decisions at the end of the season, especially that final game. So we'll see how that goes. All right. I'm going to start with Art. Give me your 3 NFC wildcard teams.
Oh, shit, what I do?
And you don't have to put them in order like 5th, 6th, or 7th seed. Just you can give me any names.
Just
NFC wildcard.
NFC wildcard.
Yeah. What are the 3 teams that you think will make it?
How many teams go in it already though? It's 2
3
from each
wildcard
one, right?
teams.
3 wildcard
Huh?
teams.
3 wildcard
Like-
teams.
Okay.
So it's 1 from each division and then 3 wildcard teams. It doesn't matter what division. So a whole division arguably could get in there.
No, I know. So I think the Chargers go in there.
No. NFC.
I'm looking at AFC. My bad. So the Eagles, the Cowboys,
Cowboys is 1. Okay.
the Cardinals. I think I said the Rams,
Okay.
the Bucks.
Okay, that's it. That's your 3 teams.
Yeah.
So you don't have the Niners going into the playoffs.
Nope.
Okay. Or the Packers. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Trey, what about you? What's your 3 NFC teams?
I'm going to go. Let me look at this a little bit better.
Your division winners were Cowboys, Vikings, Carolina,
I
Rams.
count 7, so I know which ones are going. I'm gonna say the Cardinals.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Bucks.
All right. And one more.
Sure. And the Eagles.
The Eagles. So you left out the Saints and the Niners.
I don't know, man. I'm still hesitant about the Saints, to be completely serious.
All right. Alex, you still there?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
All right. No, you're good. You're good. What's your 3 NFC wildcard teams?
So I got the Rams finishing at the top wildcard team.
Okay.
I got the Saints as a second, and then I got the Dallas Cowboys the last spot for the playoffs. I don't got
All right.
Minnesota, and I don't got the 49ers. Those are the 2 teams that I know a lot of people are thinking that they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay. I'm going to put in the Rams. I think that's 1 because I picked the Niners to win the division. I'm going to keep Dallas in there because I do think Dallas will go. It's not in order what I'm saying either. I'm going to say Green Bay. I'm going to say Green Bay takes that last spot, and they sneak in there to like make sure. Matt LaFleur hasn't had a losing season. Matt LaFleur is actually 13-3 his first 3 seasons as a coach. I know losing Devontae Adams is huge, but that's still that's a top defense there too. So let's not sleep on them. But hey, some people are. Most of y'all don't even have the Packers in the playoffs at all. So we'll see. Now we're going backwards. Alex, give me your AFC wildcards.
So the first wildcard team, since I picked the Chargers to win their division,
Yes.
I'm gonna go the Broncos, and then we're gonna move it down the chain. I'm gonna pick the Raiders. Now the third spot is gonna be kind of tricky. It's
You said
even tricky
Raiders?
for me because yes, the Raiders,
Okay.
and I don't know if I want to put KC in there or if I want to
AFC
put
West?
Miami. And I'm leaving out Cincinnati
Yeah.
because I feel like
Crazy. man.
I feel like I really don't believe in the hype of the Cincinnati Bengals of returning back to the playoffs.
Crazy
I
guy.
don't. So if you look at it though, just look at like the AFC side, and you guys put them in there, but I didn't.
Yeah, you're the only one. All right, so who's that last wild card
Yeah,
team?
I'll be right. I don't know. Marquito's gonna hate me, man, but I really don't want to do it. I want to put Miami. I
They already
want to
hate
put
you. Who
Miami.
cares? Miami.
I want to put the Dolphins.
Yeah, Marco already hates you. It's okay. He hates all Bears fans. Trey, let me go with your AFC wildcards.
I'm gonna go Ravens, Dolphins, and then right here is where I kind of draw my.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to let know on the record that just means right now he has Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. I'm just want to let y'all know though.
Again, I think they can do it as a team, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm in the wild card though. So I'm gonna go Dolphins, Ravens, and then that's what I'm trying to decide on my third one. I'm probably gonna go the Titans.
Oh, so you don't have your Denver Broncos in yet?
I think they'll make the regular season playoffs. I don't think they'll be a wild card. Because remember, 7 teams and there's 4 divisions.
Right. So, but you're not saying they're one of the 7 teams, right? Denver.
Yeah, you're saying the wild card, right? Like, unless I'm misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Never mind.
I was like,
sorry, I misunderstood from the get go. So yeah, I would throw Denver instead of the Titans. Sorry.
okay, that's what I was making sure. I was like, I thought you got
No.
Broncos country. Let's ride in there.
My fault.
Art, give me your 3 AFC wildcards.
So I have the Bills, the Broncos, the Bengals, and the Colts, right? So then
Yes.
I'm gonna say Dolphins, Chargers.
Okay.
Damn, I gotta give it to the Ravens.
So you keep the Raiders and KC out.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, KC's in for me. KC's in for me. I will. I am gonna keep Baltimore in. So now my real debate is whether between Miami, Denver, and the Chargers. I'm going to go with Denver. I'm going to say Justin Herbert does not get the Chargers in the playoffs. That's my prediction. I think he still needs to prove it. If he proves me wrong, great. But I got Big Russ going in there with Denver. I think that'll be a big difference maker. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That defense again also needs to show me something.
I know you can't see me. My Wi-Fi is kind of acting up, but who do you guys have in the bubble though? Like that you won't be surprised.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were asking at first too. That's where I got confused. I think for the AFC, the Titans would be right on that cusp. That's why I put them in there the first time. And then I think the NFC, I think that's where I have the Saints personally, is right there at the bubble.
In the bubble.
Yeah.
See, I'm not that high on Miami. It's their first year with Mike McDaniels as their head coach, so I'm not going to go that high on them. I think for me, the Colts will be in that bubble. The Chargers will be in that bubble.
Gosh, damn.
I got KC on because obviously they're out of my playoffs, but I got them. I got the Steelers.
The only one that has a KC in the
that
playoffs.
bubble.
Crazy.
And Cincinnati. I got those teams in the bubble.
I'm crazy.
But I don't know how you guys are not. I don't know how you guys don't like the Steelers.
Oh, I like the Steelers.
I don't do much. I think they'll do okay, but not much.
Dude, there's so many top-notch quarterbacks in the AFC.
Top-notch teams in general.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that
like think about it, bro. You're telling me for fucking Pittsburgh Steelers to make it to the playoffs, they have to beat out, and I'm just going in, not in order, but I'm going in order of the division. They have to beat out the Bills, the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Titans, the Colts, hell, even maybe the Jags. And then you go to the AFC West. They have to beat out all 4 of those teams. You're telling me that they can beat every single one of those out?
I forget. I don't even know who they're playing in the NFC side because they have like 4 games.
Like, just for AFC purposes, you think that they can beat all those guys out? I highly doubt that.
I think you have to have a minimum of like 11 wins just to get to the playoffs for the AFC side. 11 wins.
Exactly. Exactly.
Those divisional games in that AFC North are always competitive, and they're
Sure.
never layup.
100.
So especially those Cincinnati and Steeler games. Those are probably the most like backyard football I've ever seen
Oh,
in
I
years past.
agree. But
Years
then, okay,
past.
so that gives you 3 wins right there. So you're saying that 3 wins, you need a minimum of at least, I'm just going to say 10 total, minimum of 7 wins from there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't. I mean, they could be in the bubble.
I
think
don't.
so.
I just don't. I don't have that confidence in the Steelers like I used to. They used to be scary. Now they're just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, we're talking about they threaded the needle
Yeah.
on a bunch of teams that like were struggling injury wise and stuff like that. That's pretty much essentially what either the Patriots would need, the Steelers would need to even like sniff the bubble.
Yeah.
To sniff the bubble for me, to sniff the bubble, not let alone get into the wild card.
Agreed.
All right, so we're taking about an hour just to predict these 7 spots for each of us. So real quick, run down the week 1 matchups. That's for our predictions. So Art, I'll start with you. Bills versus Rams. Who wins Thursday night football?
Damn, dude, I'm looking at the list right now of like what we have to talk, and I'm looking at the time. Damn, that's hilarious.
I know. So let's speed this one up.
So
Bills at Rams.
Bills, Rams. I think Rams, Eagles.
Wait,
Bears.
no.
Just
I'm going person
one by one.
first.
Got it.
Yeah,
Rams.
Alex. Bills at Rams.
Bills.
Trey.
Bills.
All right. For the next one, yeah. Eagles at Lions. Art.
Eagles.
By the way, I'm picking Rams. Eagles. Okay. Alex.
I'm going Philly.
Trey.
I'm going Philly as well.
I will go Philly as there. That's our first unanimous decision there. Art. Niners at Bears.
Bears.
Alex.
The Bears.
No, of course, the Bears fans will say that. Trey.
Niners.
I'm sorry.
Niners.
Niners. All right, I'm with you. I've got the Niners. Art. Steelers at Bengals.
Steelers.
Oh, okay. At Bengals.
Nah, I'm joking. I just wanted to see. Trey's face, dude.
Oh my God! All right,
Nah, I'm going
Alex.
Bengals.
I'm gonna ride the steel curtain, son. I'm gonna
All
keep
right,
it
so
there
you
in
got Pitt.
Pittsburgh.
Try.
I'm going. Do you have to ask that question?
Yes. All right, I'm going Bengals as well.
Hell no.
Art. Patriots at Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
Alex.
Riding that Tua wave. I'm going Miami.
Trey.
Pins.
I'll go Pats. First game for Mike McDaniels. I think Belichick will get the nod. Art.
Patriots
Browns
fan.
at Panthers. Oh, you picked them too.
Browns.
Shut up. All right. Alex.
Baker Mayfield gets his revenge. I'm going Carolina.
Trey.
Carolina.
I'm going with Cleveland as well with Art. Colts at Texans. Art.
Texans. No, I'm going Colts.
Alex.
Matty Ice. I'm going Colts.
Trey.
Colts.
You know what? Upset. Houston Texans win. I don't have them in the playoffs, so I mean, Art. Saints at Falcons.
Saints.
Alex.
Saints.
Trey.
Saints.
I agree. Saints will win that one. Art. Ravens at Jets.
Ravens.
Alex.
Ravens.
Trey.
Ravens.
I agree. Art. Jaguars at Commanders.
Washington.
Alex.
What was that? I didn't hear.
Jaguars at Commanders.
Ooh, I'm going Jags.
Okay. Trey. Jags.
Yep.
Okay. I will go Washington. Art, Green Bay at Vikings.
Vikings.
Alex,
Green Bay.
Trey.
Vikes.
I agree with the Vikes. They'll
Did you
win
say
that one.
dicks now?
Shut up. Art, Giants at Titans.
I'm gonna call this one an upset. I think the Giants take it.
Alex,
I didn't hear that one again. What was that?
Giants at Titans.
Ooh, I'm going. I'm going with Danny Dimes.
Damn. Two of you.
Yeah, it has to be an upset this week. It's gonna be that upset.
Titans.
I agree. I'm going with the Titans. Y'all crazy.
Yep.
Saquon's back. Saquon's back, baby.
Big AFC West matchup. Raiders at Chargers. Art.
This is gonna be a good game, man. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go Raiders, man.
Alex.
Raiders at Chargers. I'm going Chargers.
Chargers. Trey.
Same. This was the toughest one for me, but I'm going LA.
I'm going with the Raiders. I know the Chargers will be angry and they want their revenge, but I think the Raiders will keep their composure. Art, Chiefs at Cardinals.
Cardinals, man. I think the Chiefs are gonna go 0-6, 0-7 starting the season.
Wow, that's a Super Bowl prediction.
That's disgustingly wrong.
Did you see the schedule though? That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna go 0-6 or 0-7.
It can't be that.
That Cardinals does not have the defense they had last year, and they don't have the weapons that they had last year right now. So I don't agree at all. Alex?
You're cutting in and out on that one.
Chiefs at Cardinals.
Ooh, Chiefs at Cardinals. I'm going Arizona. They're playing in Arizona. I'm going with the home field.
I'm going Cards as well, but I'm not going the 0-6 prediction.
No, fuck no. I'm going KC. I think KC wins that one. Next one is the Sunday night football game. That is Buccaneers at Cowboys. Art?
Bucks.
Alex?
Going with America's team, Dallas Cowboys.
Cochino ass. Trey?
Same. Dallas.
Cochino ass. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think both teams are gonna probably struggle, but I think they've got a nice little, tough matchup like they did last year to open up the season, and I think the Bucks will win again. I don't think Brady's lost to the Cowboys since he's started in the league, so that would be a wild upset for him to finally lose to the Cowboys. And then finally for Monday Night Football, Broncos at Seahawks. Art?
Broncos, man.
Alex?
We'll go Broncos.
Trey?
Broncos.
Broncos country. That's right. That's a sweep there. All right.
Right.
All right. Close it out. Coach of the year. Trey, go with you. Who's going to be coach of the year?
Man, that is a tough fucking decision, bro.
You can just name the team if you don't know the coach.
I know. I'm just trying to think of who I think will show out, to be completely serious. I'm going to just be a douche, and I'm going to go Nathaniel Hackett for the Broncos. Just to be that guy. Fuck it.
Be that guy. Almost didn't have him in the playoffs, but yeah. Just kidding. Alex. Coach of the year.
King Kingsbury in Arizona will be coach of the year.
Not a bad one, actually.
Art.
I think I'm just gonna go with the Bears, man. Matt Eberflus, man. I think he's doing a great fucking scheme back there, man.
So you think he'll win coach of the year even without making a playoff appearance? Crazy.
I just said they're a team to watch, but I think he's a contender.
Yeah,
there.
I'm going to
he's
go with
changing the culture there in Chicago. I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm going with Josh McDaniels. I'm going with the Raiders' new head coach. I'm going with Josh McDaniels. All right. Trey, defensive rookie of the year.
To be honest with you, I don't even know any rookies this year, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't. skip me and I'll see if I hear somebody's name.
All right, if you want, you can pull up the NFL draft if you want. That's what I forgot to tell you to do. Alex, you're in keen with the draft. Who do you think is going to be defensive player of the year? Rookie defensive player of the year. Alejandro? And I lost some art. You got anybody?
I'm gonna go Jaquan Brisket, man. Jaquan Brisket from the Chicago Bears, man.
Just gonna pick the Chicago boys all day.
Nah, dude. I'm saying because of the preseason, man. The guys that made the plays, man. He was on that fucking ball, man. I think he's gonna be a good one. He's a sleeper.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions. I think he will have a freaking insane rookie season. Alex, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, defensive rookie of the year.
I'm gonna defensive rookie. I'm gonna go with Aiden Hutchinson, and I like Jaquan Brisker at safety. He's gonna be a good.
I told you, man. There's a lot of people sleeping on the freaking Bears.
I think he'll be pretty good.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Hudson kid too. I remember his name.
okay. Offensive rookie of the year. Trey, you got one there.
No, well, I do, but I don't know if he's gonna play. I think Kenny Pickett could be nice if they let him play, but I really don't know.
Okay, so look for some other names.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to think because I know I have him, but I don't know if he'll actually freaking play. That's the problem.
Art, what do you got? Offensive
Man,
rookie.
so for offensive rookie of the year, man, he's not in the best team.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna say two people. Who is it? Let's see if you guess it.
I just need one. Dotson.
So I'm gonna say Jahan Dotson, man, from the Commanders.
Yeah,
that fucking guy is shifty, but I think another one might be Dubs from the Packers though, and that's if he makes that connection with Rodgers. Romeo Dubs and Jahan Dotson.
I watched some of Dubs highlights. He's actually kind of nice, bro. Like,
dude, so if you like those highlights,
they're
look
saying
at Dotson.
Like he could be a Devontae.
So if you like those highlights, go look at Dotson's highlights, dude. He's fucking shifty as fuck.
Really?
Like,
Alex, your offensive rookie of the year. Alex,
Offensive rookie of the year.
Yes.
I like Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson from the Jets.
Picking a kid from the Jets. I like that. I'm actually gonna go with the guy who got picked after him, Chris Olaf. I think he will ball out for the Saints.
Yes.
I think he will have a nice season there. Trey, did you have an official pick now?
Treylon Burks.
I see. I like that one. Hopefully he can deal with his asthma issues, and then if that's fixed, he can ball out and be a strong wide receiver too, and maybe surprisingly one.
Is London from Atlanta, but
I got Marcus Mariota.
I know that's why I said he's my backup.
Overall rookie of the year. Art, I'll start with you.
Overall rookie of the year, man. I think if he balls out, I think it's gonna be George Pickens, man.
Oh, okay.
I think he's in an offense that's gonna utilize him a lot. So I think he's gonna be a good overall.
Alex, you got an overall rookie of the year?
I like Aiden Hutchinson. I'm gonna stick with him.
Same.
And I will agree with y'all out there as well. Comeback of the year. Art, give me yours.
Comeback of the year.
I'm gonna give it cut short.
If he comes back, damn, dude. Ask someone else, man. Let me think about this one because I got a couple.
You got one?
Yeah, I already said it before, but I'm gonna consider it a comeback. I'm gonna say Derrick Henry because technically he was out.
It would be.
I'm gonna say Derrick.
He technically played for less than half the season.
Yeah.
So yes,
that's still crazy to me.
Alex, you got a comeback of the year?
I like CMC, man. I really do.
That one too.
But I know you guys are gonna grill me on this one.
But
I like Saquon, man.
Barkley.
I like Saquon.
Hey, actually, a lot of people are saying if he
I do.
dude, he might be stupid nice this year.
I like
agree.
Saquon,
You
man. I
can.
really do.
Yeah,
You just stay healthy,
If he
man.
stay healthy, he might be really nice this year.
All right. You got a pick?
So I'm gonna say James Robinson, man, from the Jags.
Ooh.
I think he has it. I think he has the worst scenario right now with that Achilles tear, and then coming back behind ATN. But I think he takes that one. Comeback of the year, man.
Okay. That's a tough one for me. I think I actually will agree and say Derrick Henry because, like I said, I think they win the division, and if he can lead that team to win the division, Derrick Henry will be comeback player of the year. Defensive player of the year. Trey, you got one?
Yeah, I hate to do it, but I'm just gonna go old faithful Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. All right. Alex, defensive player of the year.
He plays for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna go Michael Parsons, man.
Oh, that's a nice pick. Art,
I'm gonna go TJ.
TJ Watt to repeat. I like it. Defensive player of the year. You know what? I'm gonna go with Michael Parsons as well. I really
That's
like
a
Michael
solid pick
Parsons.
for sure.
I think he can. He's probably. I mean, to me, he made top 20 his first year from his own
He was cold.
peers.
Yeah.
He plays in the middle. He plays on the edge. You can put him wherever. Just plug him in.
Trey, offensive player of the year.
You know what? I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go Joey Ice, bro. I'm gonna go Joey Ice.
Whoa.
I have a feeling this line might be helpful to him, bro. He already still has so many weapons. If that line holds up and stays healthy, I think he can be nice.
Alex,
Ooh. I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson.
Eee. That's
I
gonna
knew
be a
you
challenge.
All he did it.
He's gonna be in there. All right, Art, offensive player of the year.
Player of the year. I'm gonna give it to. Y'all both pick QBs though.
Just pick a QB if you want. Don't be different. Just do it.
No. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, 9 times out of 10 is typically a damn QB. Let's be realistic here.
all right, we'll go QB then. I'm gonna give it to Russell Wilson, man.
Literally, dude, I was thinking that. I was like, I bet you he's gonna go Russ.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
literally
gonna give it to Russ.
because that was my thought at first too, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be.
I
that
like
guy.
Lamar Jackson though, but
I'm-
I'm gonna give it to Russ.
For offensive player of the year, I'm gonna give it to Justin Jefferson.
That's
Okay.
what I was gonna say, but I stay quarterback though.
That's your fault. No one told you to do that. I like Justin Jefferson, man. I think if this team goes out the way it does with the offensive scheme, they win the division. I think he's the reason why he could possibly do what Cooper Kupp did last year and go for the Triple Crown.
Dang,
Dude,
you
that would
picked
be nasty.
you picked up the wrong player then on your fantasy.
Maybe, but I like my theory better. Okay, so but that's for offensive player of the year. All right, Trey, MVP overall.
Damn, MVP. Trying to think of who I want. Does anybody else have one right now while I'm thinking?
So the only reason why I didn't pick up Jefferson is because that's my MVP. I think Jefferson's the MVP, and I think Russ gets the offensive player of the year. That's why I saved that one.
God, there's so many good freaking names out there, man. It's ridiculous. You know what? I'm gonna go. Can they get 2 awards?
What?
Like, can they get something else and another thing, or no? I don't.
Well,
They
they could get
can.
offensive
They
and
can.
MVP. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do Derrick Henry. I'm gonna do MVP and comeback player then.
Okay. Tennessee.
Dude, think about it, bro. He was on pace to destroy records last year before he got hurt. It
Alex?
took 4 weeks after he got hurt for people to catch up to his
4 or
fucking
5.
average?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stupid. I'm gonna go
Alex?
Derek.
So I'm gonna take a bold one. I'm gonna go Najee Harris.
Ooh.
It's not because I picked. It's not because I picked him first overall in fantasy.
No, at the 3
I really-
overall
he-
pick.
He's my first overall, but
Yeah, but I'm
he
saying
has
3
gonna do-
overall.
he's gonna have a lot of workload.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah,
is gonna have a big workload for sure.
Art,
So I'm picking Najee.
For what? Super
MVP.
Bowl MVP? I said Jefferson.
Yeah, he said Justin Jefferson.
If we're thinking triple crown, like the same thing, Cooper, I'm gonna give it to him, MVP. And that's what I think. I think he finishes wide receiver 1 this year.
you very well might. But this is my
I could
prediction now.
easily see it happen for sure.
Cooper Cup.
So no, I mean if I'm putting Justin Jefferson as offensive player of the year, there's no way I could justify Cooper Kupp as MVP. I'm gonna be a homer. Tom fucking Brady at 45 wins the MVP. He led in passing yards last year. I don't know how he didn't get more votes than Rodgers, to be honest with you. In my opinion, I think he was better than Rodgers last year. But I think this year Tom Brady gets that job done, gets his MVP for his final year before he actually goes on to his swan song. Before we go Super Bowl MVP, I want to hear your Super Bowl winners.
Ooh.
Art, I want to go who wins your Super Bowl. You don't even have to tell me who is in the Super Bowl. You can just tell me what team wins it. You don't have to predict which AFC or NFC teams. Just give me the winner. Who wins it all this year?
I know. I'm looking at the list, but honestly, man, that's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be I think that it's gonna be a Vikings Broncos, and I think the Broncos take it.
Who's the MVP?
Are you sure you're not a Broncos fan, fam?
Nah, I'm not a Broncos fan. I just like their team.
With the
man.
Bears share the same colors with them, so you know he might.
Hey, if I could jump wagons, man, I'll just jump there. That's it. That's a team that I would jump the.
You have 40. You have almost 40 years of misery. You can jump wagons, but I know you won't.
But I won't. No, I'm going with the Broncos. I think the Broncos take it, and the MVP is gonna be
Russ or not?
Cronson. Gonna call it out.
Sutton. Ooh, bold.
Really?
Spicy. I'm gonna go spicy.
Wow.
All right, Alex, Super Bowl winner and Super Bowl MVP.
I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills and the MVP. I don't know if I should go with Diggsy, man. I think I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs for the MVP.
Diggs. Okay, Trey.
I'm gonna choose two teams to make. Well, obviously to make the Super Bowl. I'm gonna choose the Bills and the Vikes. I'm gonna say the Bills win it, and I'm gonna go Allen as the MVP.
Allen. Y'all also forgot that 0-4 record for the Bills in the Super Bowls.
Hey, don't even worry about that, bro.
I don't like the Bills for that.
Don't even worry about that.
That Porter could be the MVP too for the Bills. I think the defensive, the safety. What's his name?
I can't justify give Tom Brady in the Bucs game pass to the Super Bowl. I mean, I could. I won't. I'm gonna go with Joe Shiesty and the Cincinnati Bengals to revenge and get their win this year. I think
they'll get far.
Back in the Super Bowl.
And I think Burrow is the Super Bowl MVP.
I think they'll go far, but I don't think they can make it all the way.
See, that's what people said last year too. Actually, nobody even
Straight.
had incredible. So
Have you seen the predictions though? People are saying the Packers and the Chargers in the Super Bowl. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy, but I'm gonna go. Well, maybe I am. I'm
That's
gonna say Bengals
That's insane, actually. To
with,
think about.
with Burrow winning the MVP.
I'm okay with that.
That's some list, guys. That we had a lot of questions to go through. We took the first hour just to get the freaking 7 teams in there, but we got through somehow, some way. We did not let you down. But y'all got any final thoughts before we go into the season? I mean, football's back, baby.
It's ready. It is time.
Art, any final thoughts?
Nah, I just like I said, I'm not too big on Trey Lance, man. I'm not being a hater or anything. I just don't think he's ready. And I know a lot of people are saying that he's gonna lead. He's not gonna lead the league in interceptions. Someone else will. I think he's gonna lead it in interceptions though, just because he isn't ready and he doesn't make his reads. So I think that's the only downfall for that.
Alex, any final thoughts?
On just hot takes on the season.
Just any season, just a season. Like any final thoughts on the season as we enter.
I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see Justin Fields with new culture
head
there in
coach.
Chicago, and well, it's a whole new culture now. Now that when he gets a late hit, his offensive linemen actually freaking help him out, or even fight for him. Last year you wouldn't see that. So I like the culture they're bringing there in Chicago. So I'm excited.
All right, I cannot wait. This season will be a lot of fun. As a Patriots fan, I'm gonna struggle, hoping, praying that things will go well, but I highly doubt it. But
We can
anywho,
struggle
guys,
together.
huh?
I said
It'll
we
be
can
miserable.
struggle together.
We will. We will. And I think for the most part, most of us, I think all of us have Denver in, sneaking in, or for the most part, maybe winning it. But you have so much confidence in them. My God, you're giving them that Matt Stafford, Brady kind of type of year. And I know
Hey,
Trey would love that.
Peyton
Trey would
Manning
love
did
that.
it. Peyton Manning did it once for Denver. Other people, Stafford's done it for, their teams. There's people that have done it before, so why not?
Look, Trey, it'll be up to you if you want to invite everybody up for your Super Bowl party. If the Broncos do go make it up there, I remember the
Depends
last
on the
time.
season. I've already been failed once.
That's true. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today. I think that's all we got for today. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing, guys. It's a lot of fun. Football's back. We love it. Don't really need to run through the plugs. I think everybody knows at Trick or Treat Parker, at _Ibarra Design, at Alex.delacruz.54 or something like that. Right? I don't know. I could be wrong. But I mean, follow us, guys. Follow us at Puro Pizza Sports on Instagram and TikTok. There's some polls up right there. Check it out from our fantasy football league. Follow us on Twitter at Pizza Sports Pod. For Trey, for Art, for Alex, I'm Jose. We are Puro Pizza Sports, guys, and we are out.